looks like, I don't know, 150 meters of open water and sketchy ice, pretty much.
And then another 100.
And then a blind corner, right? You can only do so much out here till like Mother Nature slams the door, but we're gonna keep trying and hopefully we get into some better stuff. But, you know, other than just deciding not even to do the trip at all and hope that next winter is colder kind of thing, there's not really anything else we can do if we can't make the ice freeze, right? So, but we're gonna keep going. But it's like basically the work that we just did, and then this. We thought, okay, here we go, we're done the work, and it's like, oh my God, it's like another never-ending gong show after that. So it's kind of discouraging. Well, we're just two-manning Snow Super Sticky again. And we're up on a canyon wall and there's a rapid down there. So going's tough. Uh-oh. Whoopsie doozers. I'll just try to haul the out of there, I guess. That was just one right off, eh? I think maybe we need two people down there.
That's pretty good. Actually, that was not nearly as heavy as I thought it was.
No, you guys got red.
I've been long gone, so damn long, so don't tell me that you have to go. Will you still be waiting for me? Tell me, cause I gotta know. See, I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. If I die trying to turn the tide, y'all remember me. See, Mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride will make you shake. Just always remember where you come.
You are in the world's largest old-growth red pine forest. Well, that is beautiful. Not done the portage, but almost, and then we got to figure out how to skirt the thin ice. But anyways, just this sign right here, left by I don't know, some conservationist group likely, just points out that this is the world's largest old-growth red pine forest. And that's pretty special if you ask me. The trees aren't big because they're growing out of rock and we're pretty far north, but they're hundreds of years old, and you can tell by their exposed punky cores, so kinda neat. Oh no, we finished the portage trail to find a ton more open water. Brutal. North is scouting, but look at that. This is the put in here, but the water's moving too much, and around the corner I spy open water there too, so none of this is safe. I guess we just get everything here and then scout, eh, Nate? So yeah, there's a layer of like slush ice that's almost 4 inches thick, and then there's water, and then there's the black ice. We're running to seriously sketchy conditions, ice conditions here, where there's current coming up the Chinaguchi River, and we're having to check the ice in between two sections of open water, basically, and really sketchy ice. So I just want to play it safe. Like, you see that? 2 hard chops and I'm through. But then at first, it's always sketchier near shore because there's any runoff, any thaw. But then I check it, and right there, I'm touching a bottom layer. But just this slush ice, I mean, it's like that. So there's a layer of water in between 2 layers of ice, and we're not even breaking through the first one, so I think we're like laughing here. This is good. Yeah, I see what you're saying here now. Like, you see down there, all open, like over near shore, slush, sketchy. Where would we even get to? The portage is here, right?
There's no portage.
Oh no, you're supposed
Oh,
to.
the narrows, but there's a campsite on the corner.
This never freezes, that narrows.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Maybe we pop up.
Yeah, I think this is just what has to be done, man. And there's where we just came from. Right along there. Got open water there. And sketchy ice and open water there, but good ice in between. Just wherever there's current, sometimes stuff never freezes up if it's strong enough. And especially on a warmer year, you know, where the current dies off or is very minimum, we got some decent ice. So I think this is a good sign overall for the trip. Plus we have to make our way through narrows and there's no portage trail around it because it's easily paddleable. So I don't think it would even freeze up in a good year. It's either on a good year you could hug the right shore, go through the bush, but I think this is the play.
So there's a hill here. We either go around, which is longer, but it brings us to the campsite, which might be safer, or we cut through.
Okay.
To the lake. I'll show you the map.
So Xander and I are just scouting a way to a campsite and to bypass this open water. We're almost there, right?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. What time is it? 1:20? Oh, there's a hill in front of us. Yeah.
No, so
yeah.
it's either we cut left.
Let's go towards the campsite, but I'm just worried maybe there'll be open water there too.
The campsite, so we
Maybe.
shoot through.
I don't know.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, I think whatever's left, because maybe we can get to the campsite and then follow the shore until the ice gets safe.
Yeah.
You know? And there she is. Oh, it's beautiful. More beautiful than I ever remembered.
Can't wait to see our tracks on GPS.
Dude.
Swerving everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Not one track on this lake, though, eh? Looks like the ice isn't bad over there. Hey, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
At the outlet.
Yeah.
Dude, I just think there's a lot of current coming through here. North is really stressed out. He's getting too hot. Makes you feel like maybe we can still make it, eh, Xander?
But I think we could get across this lake and then some.
I think we should, but yeah, it's gonna be work to get to here still. So just walking across here in between two very open stretches of water, plenty of ice, no issues. There it is, Sylvester Lake. I wouldn't doubt if 2:30, eh? So we can make it to the end of this lake, eh?
Let's definitely do that.
Yeah.
Maybe a break here and then we'll go.
Yeah. The narrows, there's some current between Sylvester and Wolf. So we might have to cut over the right if it's anything like this. But I'm not 100% sure if there is current there, right? So I seem to remember there being something. Just crossed Sylvester Lake. This is the channel in between Wolf Lake and Sylvester Lake, and you can see some movement there. This year, warm year, much more open water, I'd imagine, than usual, which means we can't really cross over to the other side to a spot where it might be a little easier to get into Wolf Lake, but we need to get into Wolf Lake. We're at the end of Sylvester. We just walked across it, beautiful conditions, and so this means we have to go through that. It's about a little under maybe 175 meters, and bushwhacking with the toboggans, which is among one of the harder outdoor activities around. So anyways, no time like the present. Well, Finding our way through the bush here. Doesn't appear we took the best route. Basically trying to go over a point through the bush, bushwhacking to avoid the thin ice. And it's proving to be a little more challenging than anticipated. It's a little much for North to pull his sled around all these tight corners when we can't really man him because we're doing it with our own. So I'm just pulling his toboggan, but looks like it shouldn't be too bad. Bit of an uphill, no crazy downhills, and really pretty in here. We did it.
We did it.
We're at Wolf Lake. That's what you do when you get to Wolf Lake. Dinner time for North. What do we got today, North? Pacific Ocean formula, 100% grain free, a family owned company, whole wild caught herring, truly limited ingredient diet. That's something that you always ask for. We got 87% protein from fish meal, 13% protein from vegetables. So there's some legumes in here, just like what the Iroquois used to cultivate.
It's like a mist over there.
You think that's coming off of the open water? That's crazy.
Yeah. Nate, is there like a specific way how you harvest fruit in your house, or you just kind of pick a small standing?
It's like 3 layers of slush here.
You can say that you just took a couple
Alright, oh, we got our firewood going. Wood stove rocking. Some stuff up drying. Find me going there. That's where my bed goes. What's going on here, guys?
Making some pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah, pizza party.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it's really
decadent,
good.
yeah.
It's a John Terrio hit.
Nice. Shout out to John Terrio, eh? Give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
North seems extremely interested.
Oh, he's just very patient and just looking at us, and
Very
as
styled.
soon as Xander kind of shows disinterest, he comes directly to me. It's remarkable how that happens.
I shouldn't have told you can feed him, eh?
Yeah.
Things are getting persnickety out here. Very persnickety. We're in Wolf Lake, which was affected by the acid rains from Sudbury and died. So it was a dead lake, meaning that no fish and other things couldn't live in it. And so lakes with like a quartzite base, unfortunately can't take large amounts of acid rain because you know, they don't have anything to balance it, whereas, you know, the granite lakes and stuff like that have more you know, nutrients and more of a base to counter the acid of the acid rain. But now that they've changed things a little bit at the smelter, there's not as much acid anymore, not enough to kill stuff anyways, but those lakes still have, you know, significant acid content to them, which means that giardia can't live in them. And so in the middle of the winter, a ways out from shore, drilling a hole and drinking the water, your odds on getting giardia are very low. And, you know, the acid that's in there isn't, you know, bad enough to harm you in, you know, significant ways. So better for you than tap water, less additives than tap water. So anyways, yeah, we ended up pushing through, ran into some challenges due to crappy ice conditions from the freakishly warm winter we've had here, and had to do another horrific bushwhack when we were quite tired, but we made it to Wolf Lake. So anyways, we burst out onto Wolf Lake. Beautiful sight. There's big kind of like white quartzite cliffs. The watercolor is a blue, like a bluish color in the summer, and there's just beautiful rugged scenery all around. Super cool place. We set up camp on the ice again. Nate's been doing the job of setting up the tent as I get wood. He's more familiar with the tent because it's his tent, but you know, it's challenging to set up. You don't need to bring poles or anything, but it has its challenges, and it takes a while to set up because of the nature of it. But at the same time, it's kind of cool because you don't need to bring poles. You can just use what you can find around you. And yeah, I cut some wood, got the fire going, and just kind of settled in here. Ended up having some delicious chili, a rehydrated chili that Nate said he blew and added too much water to, but I thought it was pretty darn good, so I would really hit the spot. And tomorrow we have a long way to go because, you know, on this trip in total is, you know, I counted 137 kilometers, and yeah, we have a long way to go. And we've only made it, like, we're supposed to be averaging 12 kilometers a day, and we've made it like 12 and a half kilometers, and it's been 3 days. But in front of us, although there will be some challenges, we have some large lakes where if the snow conditions are anything like Sylvester Lake, we'll be able to make a gigantically, you know, faster amount of time than we did today and yesterday, bushwhacking and breaking trail and all that kind of stuff, and being on some freaking old skidder trail and up enormous hills, and basically the terror that ensued from all that. Is something burning over there, dude? Your boot. Oh no, amigo.
A little too close to the fire there, and the sides split. Wasn't paying enough attention, shuffling a bunch of stuff around, and these got too close to a really hot stove.
That's why you bring extra boot liners.
Which I did.
Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow we're hoping that we can make much better time. We're going to have some challenges at the Portage Trail out of Wolf into the next lake up, because there's apparently a falls there, but I don't think it's anything significant, so it shouldn't be too bad if you ask me. But then again, I've been
wrongfully positive here, day in and day out, so I'm probably not to be trusted. So, this is Jim Baird saying, nighty night, don't stick a tadpole in your bum. I gotta laugh.
But now, all this is unsafe ice here. And so it's forcing us to walk all the way around through lumpy boulders and everything to even get to where it would normally start.